always been a key element of hip hop because it's an aggressive music form. You know what I mean? It's from the streets. So the battle attracts people. So I just want to put my 2 cents in on
No
that
doubt.
joint. You know what I mean?
Because
And
one
it
of
was
the thing-
needed. I mean, it was kind of needed.
Yeah, it was healthy.
Yeah.
It was healthy because we knew that Kendrick was always at Drake. Always.
Oh, yeah.
He was
Some of the
always
stuff I
at
didn't
him.
know until my younger brother put me on and was like, no, remember this song? Well, this is what he was talking about in this song.
Yeah.
And in this song here, I was like, oh, so this,
Well,
this
even
ain't
now-
something like
It's
overnight.
an
This
essential
was-
part of hip hop.
All the
battle.
breakdown guys on YouTube, they all got rich this
Yeah.
past 2
What?
months.
Oh, what?
The-
That
ju-
traction?
Yeah,
Oh my
just
God.
breaking it down, just picking a side. got
One
some
thing that will
traction.
always trump advertisement sales and is word of mouth. Because if your followers, you say something, and then y'all in the video together, so now your followers are listening to him, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So now they're talking about it amongst their friends.
Right.
That's the
The
best way of
Incorporate his
marketing to
followers,
me.
and that's the way it works.
That's
Yeah.
the way that never
Travels-
dies.
Yeah, that's the way
never
that's the
stops.
most organic, if you ask me.
That was one of the things, like we were just talking
Grassroots.
about it. My homie Jay was saying, I said, dude, when the last time you heard a battle song or a battle amongst MCs gain this much traction to the point where it's played on the radio as much as it is?
It hasn't been. I
No,
think
this
this
the biggest
I think this the
battle ever.
biggest one.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
He thinks the
in my
one.
humble opinion.
He said 50 in Ja Rule.
No,
was the- and he think-
it's
This is the biggest.
You think this is big?
Far as
It's
far
this
as
one.
outlet, far as
That-
media, far
okay.
as like the way the world works.
and the
Okay.
response the response time. The
Oh,
full
yeah.
drop
20 minutes.
20 minutes
minutes
after.
later.
yeah,
Like
Yeah, we
like he
can
had
do
a
that
leak.
now.
Like he
Yeah.
had a leak.
yeah.
Like he really
Yeah.
said, like you got a leak in your kid. Like I know when you about to drop. I'm all right. You got 10 minutes.
So, do you think any of the outcomes or how some of these were judged would be different if the social media outlets were the same now for these other battles that took place? Like, cause remember before, it was mixtapes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all remember, the Locks and
Yeah,
their
and
separation
State Property,
with
yeah,
Bad
that was
Boy.
crazy.
I think this the
Locks
part we
and- yeah.
leaving out though. I think J. Cole won the battle.
Yeah, because he said, I'm going to head out.
He said, "I'm gonna get out of
He
here."
said, "I'm gonna say what I gotta say."
but I
and
feel
I'm
like,
out.
head out.
but I feel like this why he got out of there.
He
You're
saw
not
what was
about to
coming.
break up my family, my wife. You're not about to talk about no kids that might not be mine.
Right.
It just went to another level.
And on top of that, J. Cole, like when I heard J. Cole and Kendrick had a little, I ain't like it because I thought they was gonna come out with an album. together
Everybody
after.
did.
You know what
We
I'm saying?
still,
I think they
Kendrick, J. Cole, we
friends,
still waiting on that album.
Yeah, I didn't. I
I
ain't
just think
respect
it was like one of the messiest. But remember,
Yeah.
Jay-Z and Nas battle stopped
Yeah.
when he start talking about.
Yeah,
his
he had to
baby mama.
apologize
It
and all that. His
stopped.
mom told him. Jay mom
This
told him to
battle was
apologize.
about that. Like
Yeah,
this was all
right.
about your family values and your darkest secrets.
Yeah, we in a different era now.
Yeah, I don't
like
wanna
this era
battle.
right now, it's a bunch of everybody just want to know the juice. They
Yeah,
want to know
yeah.
what they don't care about bars. Like, cause if you really care about bars, the first John Kendrick came out was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't start really saying he won until.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what
but
you
if
mean.
you listen
They
to
was
the
still like, I
first
don't
John,
know. It's kind of.
Yeah.
if you listen to the
Yeah.
first John,
Yeah.
he was outperforming Drake the whole situation. If you go back and listen to every one of them Jones, he was barring them out. But they want to hear gossip.
Mm-hmm. They
what
want
I'm
to
And
saying?
that's
see.
just weird.
Want to see.
It's one of those things where I had this conversation with someone else that when I was a kid, we had range to do the dumb stuff because there wasn't no camera phones.
Right.
And I feel that's what plays into how fast the word can travel. This song comes out, like you said, and then 20 minutes later, somebody was on the horn, yo, yada, 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 it's about to drop now. A word, okay, hold on, let me put these last touches on it. And then it's like bloop. Like, dang, hold on. This joint still, it's not even cold yet.
Well, the currency is attention. That's
Most
what you're getting
definitely.
paid
Most
with.
definitely.
You're getting
That
paid
part.
with attention. Even for me, if I tell you what other people think about me is none of my business, right? That means that I'm operating on a certain type of mindset where I'm going to hear what the other people say, whether they be naysayers or not, and I'm going to still operate in spite of whatever they're saying. It could be in spite of fear. It could be in spite of anger. What they saying, I don't like it. So here we go to the comment section on the IG. You're going to have people just with you, because you can't have all people that's just with you all in your comment section. Somebody is going to have enough heart to go on there and say, I don't like that boy. You know what I mean? And that's how you know.
That starts a
That's
whole
right.
nother.
But that's how you know you're starting to move towards the TMZ part.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
you got haters and you got people that love you. Now you got double the amount of people watching you. When I said attention, it doesn't matter if it's negative attention or positive attention. I just want you watching me.
This
Whether
is-
you watching me because I dissed Jazzy Jeff and put duct tape over his mouth, or you watching me because I, scratched in London or something like that, it's still the conflict draws attention. If we see somebody fighting in the street, I'm running to the fight to see it. And for most people, from hood rules apply. We probably not running away from a fight, but until we hit a gunshot. So again,
Facts.
we in Philly, so it's a little different when we battle here, right, Del P?
It is.
I have to
We
agree
from the
with what you're
danger
saying,
zone,
though,
man.
It
because the same reason why, I remember when what's the guy, Howard Stern,
Yeah.
and there was a clip in one of the movies, the movie that's about how he blew up on radio, and they said the average listener listens this amount of time.
Yeah.
They said the average person that hated Howard Stern listened almost 2 to 3 times the amount.
Wow.
And,
Pray and
they
pray
both
for my
listened for the
downfall.
same reason. What's he going to say next?
Wow.
So
What can
you'll
I call
have
him out on?
So you'll have folks that are listening to the beef that may be a Drake fan
Yeah.
just to say, oh, I don't agree with it, to start the conversation for the attention.
Right.
Because let's be real. Once you get to a certain level as far as your social media status and you mention something that's going on and you pick a side, there's the attention.
Yeah.
The folks that are going to agree with you, you're right. Yeah, this song was the dopest song ever. And then the folks that come along that may follow you but disagree, no, it's trash. Let me tell you why it's trash.
Right.
Same thing with the GOAT debate. Oh, Michael Jordan was the greatest. No, LeBron's the greatest. The conversation will go on and on and on. And then once you add in somebody that's a name in social media, then it goes on a little further.
Right.
And just as it starts to die down, you have somebody else that's got a big name bring it right back up to the surface.
And you got to
Respect.
achieve a certain level before you can be relevant enough to even for people to care if you battling somebody.
Yeah.
Because you can, anybody that nobody don't know about can say they battling somebody, and that's just a, us,
Figment of their
me against the
imagination.
world mentality. You know what I mean? But
If I jump in here real quick, this is Jimmy JR5, 98.5. Yo, Del P, being
What up?
that you are one of the iconic rappers right now in Philadelphia,
Man, thank
let
you,
me
brother.
ask you,
Uh-huh.
do you feel like battle rapping is essential for you to be viewed as being on top? Like, do
Absolutely
you feel
not.
like it's
No.
a necessary?
Absolutely not. I
You
don't
don't think
so.
everyone should be tested? You
I,
don't
I,
think?
I think competition is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we need that, but we don't need a battle to prove that you dope. Big ain't need to battle nobody. Nas ain't had to battle nobody.
No, Big didn't battle Pac, but Big went at
No,
Jeru and all the rest
no,
of
no.
them.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
Ready
Yeah.
to Die. I'm
Okay.
talking about Illmatic.
Okay.
They weren't dissing nobody, but they was already. So that's where I come from with it. I don't have to go at nobody to try to get to. That's just not what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you
Okay,
dope,
what about
a
somebody
dope
come
MC
at
is
you?
a dope MC. But no, I'm a definitely. I'm
He said, whoa, don't
no.
get it twisted.
Don't
I'm going to
get it
grind him
twisted.
up.
Right. Now, I mean, that's all.
Don't get it
Yeah, of
twisted.
course you're not going to go start with nobody.
Right, we
but-
don't
yeah,
start it.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I feel like when you come into this game, you trying to state your claim. You ain't gotta use.
I wish
another
Son was
person,
here
man.
right now, because that's how
Right.
me and Son came up.
Mhm.
I mean, Son, one of my favorite people out here now,
Yeah.
and we hated each other guts growing up.
No, that's just the competition.
Off
thing.
of rap. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? So
That's competition.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
builds you. I mean, it sharpens you up. It gets
Yeah.
you. You know what I'm saying? It gets you to that next level.
No,
like,
that
you know?
that's how I got my name.
I seen
Like,
a lot of people not come back from battles.
Right.
You know?
Listen, and plus we from that era where when you battled, you ain't had no info on nobody. You just had
Nah.
to have bars.
You had to have
just
that
had
shit right.
like
Excuse me,
the
yeah.
loser was the one that ran out of reps.
Exactly.
And I never ran out of reps back in the day.
Well,
Never.
Still on that note, Too Tough, because you got history on us, brother. You definitely thank you for what you've done to hip hop. But let me ask you, out of the battle rap of all times, is there anyone out there that you think would just rapping? We mentioned KRS-One earlier. That's somebody that nobody wants to go after. So from your experience, has it been somebody a head takeoff?
yeah, I'm partial. My age dictates that it's good for me to adapt to a younger music. You know what I mean? Trap, drill, all of that. I embrace that. with open arms. So when I seen OT the Real go against Santos, when I seen OT the Real go against Quilly Mills, when I seen OT the Real go against Shellyano, when I seen OT the Real murder like 7 different MCs, I was already on board with O. So that's what I'm talking about. When O murdered him and then he wanted to step out, he just ended the battle. O said end the battle. None of them other boys ain't say end the battle. He said end it and it was over. And that happened every time. So I charge up off of motherfuckers like that. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Also, don't forget about the part that every time it was a battle in Philly, and since we talking about O was going to drop an album right after that. So we right on the same note. With let's use the battle as a strategy
To move
to
your
get
art.
the haters and the lovers listening and watching. That's how the YouTube videos, that's how the likes and the subscriptions go up on YouTube when you get the attention. We all searching for attention. You see me. When my part come, I'm speaking up. It's my honor to be here with y'all. Salute to both of these two legends in front of me, bro.
Man, my brother, love you.
know what I mean? I love y'all, man.
Tough.
Appreciate
Tough-
being here. I appreciate being here, y'all.
Me and Tough go back, man. Love you, bro.
Love you too.
All right, so Cuz mentioned earlier about the movie. How did y'all get started with the movie? Like, what was the moment that made you say, you know what, I want to give this a try, and then 2, I mess with this. I'm gonna put my stake in this as well.
All right, so in 4th grade, I was in Teller on 6th and Erie,
Okay.
and I was new in that neighborhood because I'm originally from West Philly, born and raised, but we had moved up north, and I wanted to get to know people, and they had drama club, so that's where
Okay.
I originally
And he's
got
in 4th grade. So
Yeah, I was in 4th grade. Yeah,
You started early with
yeah,
it. Okay.
I started early with acting, and after drama club, in 6th or 7th grade, I was in Turner Middle School, and Yo ACAP had came to my school, and they did a play, and it was like the thoroughest play ever because it was about something relatable. It was about somebody getting the STD, but they had hip hop in it, and they just had dope actors in it. Shout out to my man Zukan, who did Ballin' for Jim Jones. He was in there. Rest in peace to Air Smooth. And shout out to my man Fred Burnett. These are like my mentors. I'm 12 years old getting mentored by some of the hip hop legends of the city. And we used to go around school to school, from elementary to high school, just doing plays. And that's how I sharpened my blade with acting.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
To be honest, it all came later. Everything came later. Like, I ain't had the confidence as a kid. Like, I remember they used to have talent shows at the school every year, and everybody, bro, you ain't gonna get in it, man. You ain't going. Nah, I'm not getting in front of all them people.
Right.
So even like today, they was talking earlier about if you nervous before you go on stage. Yes, like, and I've been in front of 10,000 people, and I'm like, sometimes I'm like, I can't believe I'm doing this. Like, you know what I mean? It's like climbing a skyscraper, and you like, yo, I'm up here now. Like, you know what I mean? So,
Show and prove.
yeah, like,
Right,
I ain't had the confidence growing up. So I think I just was like getting everything ready for when it was time. When it was time.
Indeed.
I feel that.
And the funny thing about Yo ACAP, again, shout out to my brothers, Zoo, Fred, and Air. Before we did the plays, me and Zoo used to come out on stage and rap. Like, we used to warm the crowd up. Like, so I'm getting my hip hop experience and acting experience at the same time. So shout out to Yo ACAP.
I remember
Linda
State
Burnett.
Property came to. I'm from Somerville. That's Lonnie Young Rec Center right there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it was, but State Property came. So this, early high school.
Yeah.
State Property came. They all out there. Everybody running up to them trying to spit. Everybody is telling them, no, you gotta hear Razor.
Razor, right.
You gotta hear Razor.
Mm-hmm.
Razor wasn't ready. Like I'm like, I don't know. They might not like it. You know what I mean? I was my biggest, enemy.
Yes.
Like, and then I come from a family like even on the hip hop thing. Like, that's why I said, like, Dell, one of the people I start studying once I start, like, all right, I want to get out here now, like, because I come from a family full of women, like, hip hop wasn't there, like, I'm a late bloomer on all. I had to find all that stuff myself, so I used to steal like my step pop cassette tapes. He had the cassette tapes. So I used to, you know,
If you know, you
every
know.
time he come down the basement, his tapes down there.
Yeah.
So one Christmas, he just brought me my own, you know. So
Yeah.
that was like my first package of like CDs. I know it was like that